Who say does that?
And these teams have been prepping for this season tip-off game for months, Grant.
Oh, and for the players, the main feeling on opening night is relief. You know, being all that hard work during the offseason and preseason is finally over. And now it's time to have some fun.
Now the starting group for San Antonio. Fox at the 1 with Castle at the 2. Then there's Wembanyama. Then there's Devin Vassell. And it's Champagnie at the power forward position. Clock at 2. Castle misses. And here's Randall. He'll bring it up for the Minnesota Timberwolves. Pass to Conley. Now Gobert. Covered by Wembanyama. Outside Conley. Three-pointer. Rebound San Antonio. The three ball. They grabbed their own miss.
He didn't make them pay for that weak defense, but they just can't rely on him to miss those kind of shots.
Outside Edwards. Lets it go from the wing. Hits the front of the rim and out. San Antonio's gone 0 for 2 from outside. That's good from Fox on the assist from Wembanyama.
Man, I like how confident Fox is inside. I mean, awesome. Absolutely awesome getting good positioning close to the basket.
Pass to Gobert. For 3, Conley. Can't get it to go, making him 0 for 2. The Spurs have gone 1 for 3 so far. Champagnie, the pass to Fox. And he banks in the layup.
There's some contact there, but Fox just refuses to let that hold him back.
Outside Conley. Pass to Gobert. Edwards for 3. Hits the trifecta.
You don't want to let him get into a rhythm from out there.
The Spurs have gone just 2 for 4 from the floor. Now here's Fox. Beyond the arc. He can't hit that time. Conley with some nice D. And a little over 2.5 minutes gone here in the first. Pass to Randall. Outside Conley. Fires the 3. And the Timberwolves hit again from deep.
Nice, sweet lefty stroke from Mike Conley. Has really worked on that part of his game.
Clark, when you look at the evolution of Julius Randle, talk about his playmaking.
Yeah, he's worked on trying to see things as they develop a little more, and I imagine he's done a lot of film study. I could only attribute some of his improvement to that. He's looking for others intentionally and aggressively, so I think that's part of why his teammates enjoy playing with him. They know he's making the effort to distribute the basketball.
And Minnesota has possession following that last three-pointer by San Antonio. 19-footer and another basket for Minnesota.
Getting to his spots. He's making some good reads and really benefiting his team.
Fox outside. Pass to Wembanyama from the arc. And again, it's the Spurs from deep.
Yeah, you've got to worry about Wembanyama everywhere. He puts a defense to the test.
Here's Edwards. Second chance effort. Count that bucket. Edwards got 7 points in the game.
He is in a groove. You can tell he's playing with a lot of confidence.
Outside Wembanyama. Back to Fox. San Antonio moving the ball around. Pass to Wembanyama. Uses the glass to finish the layup. Give him 8 points now.
All too easy for Wembanyama. He feels like no one can defend him inside.
Over to the left wing. Outside Conley. Back to Randall. The kick out to Edwards. Pass to McDaniels. Off target with the 3. The Spurs have gone 5 of 8. Solid opening quarter for them. Back to Castle. And Gobert with a block.
More than 7 feet to contend with and a wingspan that might be north of that. Good luck getting a shot over Gobert.
A remarkable defensive play. The replay showing once again the tenacity on that end.
And this is exactly why he's out here, in order to block shots in tight games like this.
Harrison Barnes, he's checked in for San Antonio. Pass to Fox. Now here's Wembanyama, defended by Gobert. 6 to shoot. Fox, the pass to Wembanyama. Good D by Gobert. For Minnesota, they've gone 4 of 9 in this one so far. Outside Conley. Outside McDaniels. Here's Conley. The 3. Gets the 3 ball to go. Conley's got 6.
Put your head down and go to work. That's what they need to do.
Yeah, these teams trading punches right now. I mean, it's table tennis. Back and forth we go.
Now here's Fox. In his last outing, 16 points for him. And that makes him 3 for 4. He's looking good.
He's 3 of 4 now, looking real confident out the gate.
Randall outside. Edwards against Castle. And the basket by Edwards. 9 points in the game.
Built like a linebacker, Edwards is not your average off guard, folks.
All right, let's check in with Allie LaForce.
Hey, Chris Finch getting buy-in from his players top to bottom. Anthony Edwards said, he's such a great coach and just a likable person. He will coach you hard, and he comes in ready to work every day. You look forward to working with someone like that. Back to you.
Has them bought in. Thanks much for the report, Allie. And Chris Finch wants a timeout. He's going to take a moment to give him a breather and talk things over. A look now at the leaderboard to see which teams had the toughest defenses this past season. 5th, the Timberwolves.
They made life hard on opponents. One of the best defenses in the NBA last year.
McDaniels up top. It's Edwards on the wing. McDaniels with it. Still without a bucket. Just 5 on the clock. Fires top of the key. The rebound by Victor Wembanyama.
Well, the defense refusing to give up anything easy. Love seeing that kind of intensity.
And stolen by Edwards. To the inside. Here's Gobert. Oh, and Gobert powers it home.
Excellent mobility right there. I like when Gobert rolls to the rim with that aggression.
Well, Grant, we've heard Anthony Edwards talk about trusting his teammates. He understands you need everybody.
Yeah, a lot falls on his shoulders offensively with this team, B.A. So those playmaking decisions in the moment, a lot easier said than done.
And Minnesota with possession here. San Antonio getting their last shot to go. Edwards. Victor Wembanyama grabs the board. And so it's Wembanyama with it. He brings it up for the Spurs. And he's going to the line for two. The official saw contact while he was going up. And we're joined now by Shams Charania. He's calling in with a story. Good to have you, Shams. What's going on?
Well, the future is looking bright for the Spurs on and off the court. They pledged over $1 billion for a new arena and surrounding civic improvements in downtown San Antonio. I'm told nothing with the project has been finalized just yet, but clearly the Spurs are looking to help finance a new state-of-the-art arena in the near future, around Victor Wembanyama, no less.
A great organization. Okay, Shams, thank you. And the Spurs willing to be patient with this rebuild. But when De'Aaron Fox became available, Grant, they did not blink.
Yeah, he's just too dynamic to pass up and still young enough to grow with their core. Now it's about making the pieces click.
Here's what Minnesota's going with right now. Naz Reid's checked in for Rudy Gobert. Anderson comes in for Julius Randle. Dosunmu, he's checked in for Anthony Edwards. And it's Highland in for Conley.
And you got to appreciate the overall game of Barnes. He's efficient as a scorer and also works hard at the defensive end.
Spurs lead by 3. Pass to Harper. Finds the bottom from 13 feet out.
In that 15, 18-foot range, things will be there for Harper. Teams defend him to drive.
Outside, Anderson. And here's McDaniels. With the fadeaway. That one goes. Now he's 1 for 2.
Well, he could have earned some style points there, but he really doesn't need to use the fadeaway when he's that wide open.
Pass to Wembanyama. Here's Champagnie. Wembanyama, screen on McDaniels. Back to Wembanyama. Shoots over Reed. The shot by Wembanyama, no good.
Good shot, gone bad. Gotta finish there.
Outside, Highland. Dosunmu, right side. Anderson with a screen on Barnes. Shoots from 14, and that's good for 2.
You got to appreciate the consistency. Night in and night out, he brings it.
San Antonio's gone 2 of 5 from deep. And the call is going to be, yes, an illegal screen.
Well, the league has put an emphasis to crack down on illegal screens.
Yeah, you know, he might have gotten away with that a few years ago, but not anymore. No way. Now you've got to be stationary on those screens. No extra hips or elbows, or they'll call it.
Ingles, he's checked in for Minnesota. Clark comes in for McDaniels. San Antonio also making some changes. Cornette's checked in for Victor Wembanyama. Johnson comes in for Champagnie. And Castle subbed in for Harper. And Chris Finch wants a timeout. He's going to talk it over with his guys. Freeman, he's checked in for the Timberwolves. And we've got a moment to look at the rebounding trend over the last few months for Naz Reid.
And the last couple of months, the rebounding totals have taken a bit of a dive for him. Let's see if he can refocus and put more effort on the glass.
Here's Highland. Reed sets a screen. Here's the 3. Rebounded by the Spurs.
And he probably thought he was going to bury that one.
Fox outside. Pass to Cornette. Johnson for 3. Knocks it down from distance. And the Spurs lead by 4.
And it's clear Johnson is comfortable handling more responsibility on offense. Love the confidence there.
Outside, Highland. Back to Dosunmu. Pass to Freeman. 5 to shoot. Shoots over Barnes. Minnesota again missing. And here's Fox. He'll bring it up for the San Antonio Spurs. Back to Barnes. Castle outside. Lets it go from deep. Rebounded by Highland. Timberwolves trail by 4. Dosunmu left side. And he misses his first shot. San Antonio's gone 3 of 7 from beyond the arc in the first. .44 seconds left in the first. Pass to Highland. Dosunmu outside. Launches a 3. That one doesn't drop. Spurs lead by 4. Inside. And he goes in for the dunk.
Woo! Defensively, you can't afford to let him get to the rim that easily.
Well, that might be why their deficit is what it is right now.
You know, you look at it, the communication is lacking, as is the trust. They can ill afford those types of breakdowns. It won't work. You can't win with those kind of breakdowns.
Now here's Clark. From outside, off the mark. And so it's Victor Wembanyama making things happen for the San Antonio Spurs. He made a big impact, scoring 12 points in the quarter. We'll be right back. Hope you've enjoyed the broadcast so far. Halfway through the first half in this one. And a chance to catch up on some numbers here. The scoring breakdown for the Spurs.
Their chemistry. That's what really stood out so far in this one to me. Look at the number of assists they've been able to rack up so far.
And on top of that, they've been dialed in from deep. And if they keep it up, it could be a big night for them.
Randall at power forward with Reed at center. Bones Highland out there with Ayo Dosunmu. And it's Clark in at the 3 slot. That's the 5 to begin the second quarter for the T-Wolves. Here's Highland. The Spurs making their last shot. For 3, Randall. Rebounded by Johnson.
This has been a close game in a lot of ways, but they do have an edge on the boards.
We've seen it time and time again in games. Effort and determination on the glass can make up for a lot of other weaknesses.
Now here's Castle. Coming in off 21 points in his last outing. Good on the shot.
Staying strong inside. Castle got touched up there, but it didn't throw him off.
Highland, the pass to Randall. Back to Highland from behind the arc. And the three-pointer goes. Highland's got 5 now.
Back-to-back threes, making their defense work on the perimeter a bit.
With the drive. Stolen by Reed. To the middle. Rebound by San Antonio. Outside Johnson. Pass to Harper. Back to Johnson. From downtown. Nails it from beyond the arc. Johnson's gotten his second bucket of the game.
I like Johnson's focus at the perimeter. He's pretty careful about when he shoots the 3.
Now here's Dosunmu. Tightly guarded. Connects from downtown. Reed's got his first bucket of the game, and he's on the board for 3.
That's 3 in a row from out there now, so they've got to do a better job contesting.
I tell you, a little extra pressure on D when you're up against a point guard who can elevate.
It doesn't make it easy, does it?
And you know, guys, showing how dynamic a weapon he is for this offense, they feed off of that energy and ability to make plays. It gets them going.
Barnes against Randall. Rebounded by Johnson.
Good job hitting the glass. They're +8 in rebounding.
Pass to Harper. Now here's Cornette. San Antonio moving the ball around. And he caught that pass in full stride on his way to the big slam.
Well, you know, this is what you like about him as a facilitator. He hits his man where he can do something with the rock.
Here's Reed, three-pointer. Rebounded by Castle.
Defense dodged the bullet that time. Total breakdown.
Outside Johnson. Crops in the three. And now it's an 11-point Spurs lead. And you might think the toughest picks are set by the bruisers. But some say the shooters actually set the best screens. Why is that?
Well, the guy guarding a shooter doesn't want to leave their side. So when they screen you, you get no help.
They are definitely shooting it well from beyond the arc right now.
And here's a timeout from Mitch Johnson. He's going to gather the troops and talk it over. The Timberwolves making it to their second straight Western Conference Finals last year, Clark.
Yeah, you know, what impressed me the most, I think, was making it last year as a 6th seed. Gelling down the stretch of the season. They struggled for a good part of the season, but the last third or so of the season, they really came together. Just did not have quite enough to make it to the final.
And Minnesota with some changes. Jaden McDaniels, he's checked in for Clark, and it's Edwards in for Highland. San Antonio also making some changes. Olenek's checked in for Cornette. Vassell comes in for Johnson, and De'Aaron Fox is subbed in for Harper. And here's Fox. 6 points for him. Olenek with a screen on Edwards. Pass to Olenek. There's the three. Reed with the rebound. Timberwolves trail by 8. DeSumo outside. Here's Randall. He's covered by Fox. Edwards against Castle. 6 on the shot clock. Inside. Edwards lays it in.
Took that orange right to the rack, and they just let him go by.
Fox deciding where to go with it. Fires the three. He can't get that one to fall. The Timberwolves have gotten over 50% of their shots to go. 5 for 9 in the second. Count that one.
Basically just ignored that contact inside. Really tough finish by McDaniel.
Now here's Fox. Always attacking Fox.
That's been the story of their offense so far. Getting a number of looks from point-blank range.
DeSumo outside. Barnes against Randall. Back to DeSumo. Reed passes to Edwards. Over Castle. Edwards can't hit. And so it's Barnes with it. He brings it up for San Antonio. They've led by as many as 11. Let's go now to the sideline and catch up with Allie LaForce.
Thank you. Anthony Edwards keeps a tight circle. He said, I've known my whole crew since I was 13, and that's the answer to everything. And the crew includes those voices of wisdom, too. He said, quote, I keep those types of friends around. I'm not the type that always listens, but I'll listen to my elders. Brian?
Okay, Allie, thanks a lot. And Chris Finch wants a timeout. Coach probably just checking to make sure everybody's on the same page here. Rudy Gobert's checked in for the Timberwolves. Conley comes in for Dosunmu. Wembanyama's checked in for San Antonio. Harper comes in for Castle. Here's Gobert. Left side Conley. Shot clock at 6. Minnesota again missing.
And they just continue to dominate the boards.
Guys, I think they've simply been the more physical team, and that's why they're ahead.
And here we go, the Timberwolves on the run. San Antonio with a rebound. Wembanyama's got 6 rebounds in the game. An area of the floor where Jaden McDaniels really excels. Defense.
Yeah, he's a strong perimeter defender. He's got great length, good anticipation, and he's competitive. I mean, those are the things that allow him to shut guys down on occasion.
From the top of the key, yes! And a nice assist from Fox. Fox has got 5 assists in the game. Outside Reed. Back to Conley. Edwards for 3. Edwards making it look so easy from deep.
Edwards, a true scoring machine, and he is relentless. He's lighting it up tonight.
Three-pointer, Fox. Gets rebounded by Minnesota. It's Edwards on the wing. 14 points for him. Fires for 3. And another 3 from Minnesota.
This defense is getting spaced out. 3 of the last 5 buckets have come from way beyond the arc.
Vassell outside. Back to Fox. And Conley grabs the miss.
Not his best work at all. This is a quarter he'd rather forget.
Pass to Reed. Here's Gobert. Outside Conley. Jacks up a 3. The rebound by the Spurs. Wembanyama's got rebound number 7 tonight. Fox outside. Charity stripe shot. Again, the miss by Fox.
He's having trouble getting anything to go right now.
To the paint. It's stolen by Wembanyama. With the step back. And so he draws the foul, headed to the line to shoot a pair. Jaden McDaniels picks one up. When you watch De'Aaron Fox, is there anything that sticks out to you, Grant?
Well, B.A., this league has the best athletes in the world, and Fox looks like maybe the quickest guy out there on most nights. His change of direction is especially elite.
Free throw's good for Fox.
And Fox has a lot of game. I mean, really good at distributing the ball, getting into the lane, and getting his guys involved.
Looking at who's out there now for San Antonio. Champagnie comes in for Olynyk, and Castle subbed in for Harper. And both free throws good for Fox. And for all the optimism, Grant, the Spurs having to navigate some tough seas with health challenges.
Yeah, the legendary Greg Popovich moving to a front office role. Then Wemby suffering a blood clot, too. Some trying times, but this team's foundation of togetherness has helped.
It's Edwards on the wing. He's guarded by Castle. Goes up again. And it's good. Fought through contact. Hit the shot. And will go to the line. The #1 overall pick in 2020. Grant, you think Anthony Edwards has a shot to become the best American-born player in the NBA?
You know, I think his aspiration is higher than that, B.A. He's thinking MVP, face of the league. And if you ask me, he has the talent to do it.
And the free throw, no good. Well, it's no surprise Edwards has a football background, Clark. Just look at him.
Yeah, he is well put together, B.A. No question he could handle himself on the gridiron. You know, early on, he thought that would be his path. He's mentioned playing it professionally someday. How about that? I don't think it's a great idea, but interesting that he would even broach it. But if anybody could pull it off, he might be the guy.
First trip to the free throw line for him tonight.
Yeah, you know, that was one spot where they didn't have to worry about him at all. I mean, at the free throw line, he was automatic.
Free throw good, McDaniels. And the Wolves still seeking their first title, Clark.
Yep, the Lakers won 5 championships when they played in Minneapolis, BA, way in the day. The Timberwolves joined the league in 1989, and they're still trying to bring another basketball title to the city.
Now here's Castle. That one goes in. And the Spurs lead by 3.
Yeah, this is where Castle likes to find his points, closer in to the hoop.
Edwards against Castle. Left side read. Let's go with a 3. Yes, and it's Edwards picking up the assist. Edwards has got his 3rd assist of the night. San Antonio has gone 2 of 6 from distance here in the second quarter. Fox outside. And there's a pick. Puts up a 3. McDaniels with the rebound.
Nothing's going his way since the horn. I mean, looks like he used up all his mates in the last quarter.
Edwards, the pass to Reed. Vassell comes with a double. Outside McDaniels. And again, it's Minnesota with a 3.
Their ball movement on this run has been tremendous. It's led to a lot of good, clean, open looks.
Wembanyama, screen on Conley. Down low. And stolen by Gobert. Here's McDaniels. Played it in with a nice touch off the window. McDaniels got 10 points in the quarter.
They are winning this game largely because of his effort.
Pass to Champagnie to win the run. He drops it from range.
What a smart pass from Wembanyama. Already adept at scanning the floor and finding open teammates.
5-second differential between the shot clock and game clock. Gobert with a screen on Castle. Edwards, the pass to Gobert. And Gobert with the stuff.
Look at the power on that.
He has to be one of the top dunkers in the game today.
Absolutely salivates when he attacks the rim.
And it's Fox missing. Anthony Edwards has been on display for Minnesota, helping them space the floor. 2 triples in that quarter. 3 for the game. More NBA on 2K Sports right after this.
Hello and welcome. Before we take a look at the action from the first half, a brief overview of some upcoming games.
When I look at San Antonio, you can think you know your team, but you have no idea until the real game begins.
You don't have to be a finished product right now, right out the gate. Just set the table early and build from there.
And turning our attention back to that first half of action, guys, Anthony Edwards was in complete control.
Well, he scored well, but has been economical.
And that'll do it for us.
And in that first half, we saw a pretty tight battle. We'll soon find out what sort of adjustments were discussed during halftime. And you know, Anthony Edwards has been really making it happen, guys.
Yeah, they've done an amazing job of creating room to operate for him. And then, of course, executing.
And you know what? It helped that they had a few guys with very hot hands on the perimeter, too.
The Timberwolves lead by 4. And on the floor for Mitch Johnson starting the second half. Castle at the 2 with Vassell at the 3. Then there's De'Aaron Fox. Then there's Wembanyama. And it's Champagnie at the 4. Randall left side. The kick out to Conley. Outside McDaniels. Pass to Conley. Second chance shot. Back to Daniels. Shoots over Vassell. Perfection with the jumper from the elbow. McDaniel's got 14 points.
McDaniel's saying to himself, okay, you want to give me that? I'll take it.
San Antonio moving the ball around. Wembanyama finds Castle. Out to Fox. Ooh, Gobert with a steal. To the paint. Here's Edwards. Lays it up and banks it in. And it's an 8-point Minnesota lead.
Yeah, you know, once Edwards flips that switch, now he stays fully engaged. His offensive arsenal is on full display.
Wembanyama, screen on Conley. Fox, the pass to Wembanyama. Wow, Victor takes it to him inside.
A great move. I mean, the defense has no response.
Yeah, if that's a harbinger of things to come, he's looking at having a very big second half.
Randall, the pass to Gobert. It's stolen by Wembanyama. Vassell against McDaniels. Pass to Champagny. Back to Vassell. Left side, Wembanyama. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Over Gobert. Wembanyama, no good. Minnesota leading by 6. Outside Conley. Inside, Edwards. Yes, great play by Conley to set it up. Conley's got 4 assists now tonight.
Looks like we're starting to see a pattern here. Not afraid to get in the paint and get wet.
Well, I agree with you. 4 of their last 5 baskets have been exactly of that variety.
Champagny, that's good.
And with this kind of vision, we could see the assist numbers go sky high for Wembanyama.
Gobert with a screen on Castle. Edwards with it. Castle covering. Castle against Edwards. Launches it. It's hauled in by Wembanyama. Wembanyama's got rebound number 8 here already in the game. Champagny, the pass to Vassell. McDaniels with a steal. Pass to Randall. Clock at 6. Oh, rejected by Wembanyama.
With his length and energy, Wembanyama has the ability to be a game-changing defender.
And it's time to take another look at that powerful block.
Let's see if that block can amp up this team. I mean, they're looking for anything to get themselves going.
Spurs trail by 5. Count it, and 1. He'll have a chance at a 3-point play. They'll pin that one on Julius Randle. And Grant, offensively, Wemby has a lot of different options. Talk about his game.
Well, put simply, we've never seen a 7-footer with this array of skills. He's an efficient shooter from anywhere, and the length to just about ignore defenders. I mean, he's got it all.
Free throw good, Wembanyama. And Grant, this defense of the Timberwolves, one of the league's stingiest.
Well, if you look up and down their lineup, not many weak links for opponents to target. And then, of course, you've got 4-time Defensive Player of the Year, Rudy Gobert, on that back line. BA, they're tough.
Fox, that's good.
On fire to start the second half. 4-5 from the field.
Conley finds Edwards. Picked by Gobert. Edwards, the pass to Gobert. And it's Gobert in the comfort zone.
And, you know, you give Edwards credit for making the right decision there, feeding his teammate. Smart, good basketball.
Pass to Wembanyama. Now Castle. Fires it from 18. And again, it's San Antonio converting.
And good to see Castle capitalizing from the mid-range. He knows he needs to keep hitting these shots.
Conley passes to Randall. McDaniels against Vassell. Randall, right side. Rebound by San Antonio.
You won't see that from him very often, missing the bunny like that.
Fast break, Minnesota. And they're going to count that bucket, and they'll send him to the line. It could be a three-point play.
Shooting one.
And, guys, let's get your take on the hustle stats for Minnesota.
I like the fact that they've been very aggressive at the defensive end, tenacious. They're jumping passing lanes and coming away with a lot of steals.
And we also got to talk about the number of points they've scored in transition. Just jumping all over the opposition in this regard.
You know, Julius Randle offers a versatile skill set. Not only does he have outstanding handles for a guy of his size, he's pretty quick, too. He's also got that strength, which is a pretty nice combination.
Champagnie shot is off.
You wonder where was the defense that time, but they got lucky.
Pass to Gobert. Outside McDaniels. The three-pointer off the mark.
And the defense got away with one there. I mean, that's a shot he typically makes.
Champagnie, the pass to Vassell. Three-pointer off the mark. The Timberwolves lead by 3. Randle outside. For 3. Ooh, once again, off the mark by Minnesota.
He made a 3 back in the first half, but that's it. We'll see if he can find his stroke.
And it's good. 2 points.
Smart play by Fox. If you can't find penetration, take what you can get.
Castle against Edwards. From outside the arc. Rebounded by Champagnie.
You can't seem to find the range here in the second. He did a great job in the first, hitting 3 from outside.
And it's Fox missing.
Good offense beats good defense? Not always.
Randle deciding where to go with it. And he drops in the layup off the glass. Randle's got 8.
Boy, down low, Randle can throw those 250 LBs around and create havoc. Tough for the defense to slow him down.
There's a screen. Vassell passes to Champagnie. Wembanyama against Gobert. Here's Vassell. Buries the jump shot.
Good passing to set that up. Teamwork on display.
Outside McDaniels. Pass to Randle. This one for 3. Vassell with the rebound. For San Antonio, they've gotten 7 of their first 11 attempts to go in this half. Out of bounds, it'll be Timberwolves ball. Dosunmu, he's checked in for Mike Conley. Barnes, he's checked in for San Antonio. Minnesota in the lead. Right side Edwards. So it'll be 2 free throws. He was fouled in the act of shooting.
Pretty tight defense there on Edwards. As a matter of fact, a little too tight.
This is his second trip to the free throw line in this one.
You know, he really did excel at the stripe. I mean, they couldn't have asked for too much more from him when it came to knocking down free throws.
Free throw good, Edwards.
So much confidence coming from Anthony Edwards. You can just see it. This is a guy who knows he belongs in the league and is hungry to be great.
And both free throws good for Edwards. And here's Fox. He'll bring it up for the Spurs. Pass to Champagnie. Now here's Castle. Wembanyama, screen on Edwards. And stolen by Gobert. And now the T-Wolves on the break. And a two-handed jam.
A guy who wants to make a big impact. McDaniels is just going off.
Fox outside to the inside. Wembanyama can't cash it in from close range.
As he often does, he gets to the rim. But that's just stellar defense.
Pass to Randle. Takes the three, and there's the foul. It's on Rudy Gobert. That's his first foul of the game.
1 this half, 2 for the game. Staying active from beyond the arc.
And here's the timeout from Mitch Johnson now. He'll take the opportunity to regroup. Minnesota with some changes. Nas Reed's checked in for Gobert. Shannon comes in for Randall. And it's Highland in for McDaniels. Spurs trail by 8. Here's Castle. Boom! He jams it straight down.
Showing how athletic he is. When Castle sees room for takeoff, he jumps all over it.
Outside Edwards. The three is up. And the Timberwolves hit again from deep.
Looking to find the rhythm he had in the first half. That's now his 4th three-pointer of the game.
Pass to Wembanyama. Oh, Wembanyama hitting from deep.
Wembanyama quickly with one of his own, firing right back.
And the officials will call the illegal screen here.
One of the trickier plays to judge, but it would be hard to argue against the call.
Yeah, you know, the officials aren't nearly as lenient as they used to be on that call. As a matter of fact, I know I got away with a lot of those in my playing days, but that was 40 years ago.
Johnson, he's checked in for San Antonio. Harper comes in for Fox. San Antonio moving the ball around. Puts it up from 12. And there's Wembanyama. That's good on the assist by Harper. Harper's got his 3rd assist of the night. One thing people notice about Dylan Harper, he loves to get going downhill.
Yeah, he delights in bullying his way through a defense, using a blend of speed and size to get to where he wants to go.
Barnes passes to Harper. Back to Barnes. And it's out of bounds. Last touch by Reed. Let's see how last year's top scorers stack up on the 2K leaderboard. The 4th spot held by Anthony Edwards.
This is a guy who never took a night off. You look at his numbers and you know that he put in a tremendous effort every single game.
The Timberwolves making a switch here. Clark's checked in. And San Antonio with a change here too. Cornette's checked in. We've got 1:48 left in the 3rd quarter here. 5 on the clock. Cornette sets a screen. From deep, Harper. The putback. It's good on the putback.
They just look so overwhelmed inside. You know, that's why they continue to get attacked.
Yeah, I think they've got to ramp up the aggressiveness. If they don't, things are just going to get worse from here.
No coverage that time. Reed's got 9.
Lackluster defense, showing no desire to chase shooters off that line.
And those triples, they sure do add up quickly, don't they? I mean, they've got to make some kind of adjustment here.
Pass to Cornette. Ooh, he's locked in. Drains his 5th shot in as many attempts.
It's interesting. They definitely had more three-point attempts in the first half. Not sure why they went away from it.
Here's Clark. Nice assist and nice finish. Solid play all the way around. He's got 5.
When it's this close, every bucket matters. You need good looks.
To the middle. Here's Cornette. Hey, he's now 6 for 6. He is cooking right now.
And now almost all their points coming from the paint.
Outside, Highland. Outside, Reed. The three. Rebounded by Johnson.
And I'm surprised that didn't go down. I mean, I'm sure he is too.
3-second difference between the shot clock and the game clock. From deep, Harper. Reed with the rebound. Reed's got 5 rebounds in the game. Here's Shannon. Yet to see a basket. Outside Reed. Lets the three fly. Anthony Edwards has been on display for the Timberwolves. He's been doing damage on the offensive end all night. 28 points in this one. We're coming right back. Don't go anywhere. All right, let's take a look at our assist of the game presented by State Farm.
And from the two-guard spot, an unselfish play like this sets a fantastic tone.
That's right. I mean, that's not his primary duty, but when the situation calls for it, he can do it and does it well.
Man, I know I speak for all of us when I say I can't wait to see what kind of finish awaits us here in the fourth quarter. Randall at power forward with Reed at center. Ayo Dosunmu out there with Bones Highland. And it's Clark in at the 3. So that's the Timberwolves 5.
For Vassell to really make an impact, that's what he has to do. Initiate the offense.
And it's tied up with that one. And so Randall will bring it up for the Timberwolves. Their biggest lead of the game was 9. Pass to Dosunmu. Outside, Highland. Reed with it. Working on Cornette. Right side, Reed. No good that time. The Spurs shooting great. 62% from the field and continuing to get it done. Fox against Highland. To the inside. Here's Cornette. The basket's good. Off the assist from Fox. Fox has got his 7th assist of the game with that last one. Randall, the pass to Highland. Now Reed. And no good. Some solid defense from Cornette. San Antonio leading to the paint. Barnes passes to Fox. And that one drops for him. 16 points for De'Aaron Fox.
It's winning time, and that's a winning play.
Outside Reed. Ooh, it's stolen. Now the Spurs moving it up the floor. De'Aaron Fox so fast on the break.
The handles of Fox, nasty. Remarkable at carving through the defense and creating shot opportunities for himself.
Highland, the pass to Clark. Dosunmu outside. To the left wing. Reed in the post. Working on Cornette. Oh, a clear foul there on the missed shot. So he'll get a pair at the line. It's going to go on Luke Cornette.
On the inside, Reed's got a deep bag that he can go to. I mean, he's a hard guy to cover.
Take a break. Take a break. 2 shots.
The first one falls.
I like the fact that Reed is pretty crafty. He's got a good understanding and feel for the game. I mean, he makes plays, especially around the hoop, that other big men can't.
Here's what Minnesota's going with right now. Shannon comes in for Clark, and it's Edwards in for Highland. Olynyk checked in for San Antonio, and so Reed nails them both. San Antonio leading by 4. Now here's Fox. Lets it go from 14. Reed with the rebound. Reed's got his 6th rebound on the night. A touch under 2.5 minutes have passed now here in the fourth. Reed, a screen on Fox. Back to Reed. Shot clock at 5. Hits a three-pointer. Reed's got 5 points in the quarter.
Off-ball preparation paying off for Reed. He was just waiting for that pass.
And so it's Mitch Johnson here calling timeout. He was quite emphatic, demanding the timeout, clearly wanting to address strategy with his team. A moment to hear from Allie LaForce.
Over the last break, I listened in on Mitch Johnson's huddle. Coach was urging his team to play strong defense, reminding them no easy hoops, give effort and help when needed. They do say defense wins championships, guys.
Appreciate the report, Allie. Here's Harper, guarded by Edwards. Fox outside. Again, the miss by the Spurs. And so it's Edwards who brings up the ball for the Minnesota Timberwolves. A slam dunk by Reed.
Once Reed saw he had room, he went right up with authority.
On the wing, Fox. He's covered by DeSumo. Harper passes to Olynyk. And here's Vassell. Shot on the wing. San Antonio again can't hit. Here's Shannon. And again, it's Minnesota with a three.
In today's game, you can never afford to get beat in the three-point battle.
You know, the only way that's going to turn around defensively is by stopping the outside shot, not getting into a shootout. They're not going to out-shoot out this team.
Here's Fox. Yes, sir! Fox finishing.
They have no answer defensively inside.
Yeah, and that's 4 straight field goals now they've allowed from point-blank range. Can't happen.
Edwards gets the bucket.
When you let a team knock down that many threes, you know you're likely to be on the wrong side of a run.
Fox with the ball. Shoots over to Sumu. Fox, that's good. Fox has got 22 points.
Man, he's got it going now. When he's in this kind of a zone, boy, he's fun to watch.
DeSumo, the pass to Randall. Count it. Now 5 of 11 for the game.
Looks like he's shooting with a lot more confidence here in the second half.
And here's Fox. Pass to Barnes. The basket's good. Off the assist from Fox.
Can't allow Barnes that kind of good position in the post because once he has it, it's dinner time.
Outside Reed. There's the triple. Rebound San Antonio. Vassell's got 4 rebounds now.
You wonder what the score would be if they weren't controlling the glass.
It's clearly been their edge, and in a close game like this, you look for every edge you can find.
Pass to Harper. Just 5 to shoot. Screen by Olynyk. Harper passes to Olynyk. And it's good with time running down on the shot clock. And now just a 1-point Minnesota lead. Edwards looking for an opening. Oh, Edwards powers it home.
Edwards just doesn't allow defenders to bottle him up. Great focus and persistence.
And De'Aaron Fox picks up the foul. That'll be a second foul of the game.
They're starting a new trend with regard to turnovers. It's becoming problematic.
And Minnesota with some changes. Rudy Gobert comes in for Reed, and McDaniels is subbed in for Shannon. San Antonio also making some changes. Wembanyama's checked in for Olynyk. Champagnie comes in for Barnes, and Stephon Castle's subbed in for Fox. McDaniels. Oh, it's blocked by Wembanyama. Pass to Champagnie. Randall with a steal. DeSumo with it. Castle covering. Down low. Outside for Randall. The three is up. The Timberwolves again can't hit.
Man, that's his shot. Maybe he was too wide open.
And now the T-Wolves on the break. And he caps off the break with a monster slam.
And this is not the time to be giving up turnovers. Those points could end up being a deciding factor in this game.
Here's Wembanyama. Oh, Wembanyama making it look easy.
Man, Wembanyama getting it done.
Woo! Randall, good.
This has been the story of the game, a battle fought on offense.
Any lull in the action so far has been short-lived because there have been nothing but buckets in this one.
McDaniels against Vassell. Shot clock at 6. The three from Wembanyama drills it from deep. Wembanyama's got 5 points in the quarter.
He's putting on a commanding performance here. He's hit 2 3-pointers in each half now.
And Chris Finch has called timeout. He's looking to make some very important adjustments here. Mike Conley's checked in for Minnesota. And San Antonio also making a switch. Fox is checked in. Outside McDaniels. And here's Edwards outside. Rebounded by Fox. San Antonio has gone 1 of 2 from deep in this quarter. Pass to Wembanyama. Fox outside. 5 on the clock. To take the lead. The shot won't fall. Conley with some nice D. Here's McDaniels. 4-3. Rebounded by Champagnie. Castle against Edwards. Vassell outside. Out left to the wing. And the foul on the shot. So he'll take 2 from the free throw line.
When Wembanyama has the ball in there, I mean, it's often a bucket, a foul, or both.
That one misses.
And with the 8-foot wingspan of Wembanyama, it feels like he releases the ball halfway to the bucket.
He hits the second from the line. The Timberwolves have gotten 8 of 15 during the fourth quarter. Outside Edwards. Pass to Gobert. Out of bounds. It'll be Spurs ball. And San Antonio has possession. Fox outside. And here's Wembanyama. Defended by Gobert. It's blocked by Gobert. The floater. Wembanyama rips down the board.
Sometimes it's just not your night. Fortunately, his teammates have picked up the slack.
Here's Champagnie. Checked by Randall. 6 on the shot clock. Fox. Oh, no good. Had a chance to take the lead. And it's Conley with the ball for the Minnesota Timberwolves. Their biggest lead of the game was 9.
Given his range, you'd expect him to capitalize on that opening.
Outside Vassell. Here's Castle. And stolen by Gobert. Outside Edwards. Now Conley. Now Gobert. Randall banks it home. Big shot.
Calm when it counts. Randall has that clutch DNA.
Fox outside. Wembanyama, screen on Conley. Conley against Fox. Shot clock at 5. Fox fully commits inside.
Oh, Fox doesn't shy away from important possessions. He wants to be the man for this team.
Edwards against Castle. Castle pulls it down. San Antonio trailing here. Now Fox. Oh, the feathery touch. Dropped it right over the rim.
Someone who embraces big moments. De'Aaron Fox, huge points.
Here's Gobert. Outside McDaniels. Now Gobert. Oh! Gobert hammers it home.
Great to see guys who don't back down under pressure.
Cool, calm, collected, and confident in the biggest moment of the game.
Yes.
Timeout called. Mitch Johnson. The pressure is on, and he's got a plan to share with his guys. They trail by 1. Fox outside. Wembanyama, screen on Conley.
You know what makes Fox so difficult to defend? I mean, he applies that constant pressure to the defense.
He sinks the clutch free throw. And he's good on the second free throw, giving him the lead. And so he's good on all 3 free throws. And that'll put him up 2.
We've come to expect this from him in these situations. Extremely calm under pressure.
And Chris Finch has called timeout. Critical moment here. He's not taking any chances. Here's Edwards. Now Conley. Here's Edwards.
Seems like Edwards never stops competing and believing right until the final buzzer.
6-second difference between the shot clock and game clock. Wembanyama, screen on Conley. Fox fires. The 3 is off. And Chris Finch calls timeout here. And coach didn't want to take any chances in this situation, which is why he called the TO. Now here's Edwards. Gobert with a screen on Castle. Edwards. Oh, the long ball, no good. Time expires. We're going to overtime. We'll get right back to the action when we return. Boy, these teams have battled tooth and nail for 4 quarters. Now we're headed to overtime. This one should be fun. Fox at the 1 with Castle at the 2. Then there's Devin Vassell. Then there's Wembanyama. And it's Champagnie at the power forward. It's Edwards on the wing. He's guarded by Castle. Up top, Randall. 6 to shoot. Wembanyama rips down the board. And so it's Wembanyama with it. He brings it up for the Spurs. Count it!
The size mismatch makes that a high percentage look.
The Timberwolves trail. Edwards with it. Randall, a screen on Castle. No good from 3!
He was wide open. That miss clearly on him.
Here's Fox. Takes a 3. Oh, it's off! Minnesota with the ball. Outside Conley. Now Randall. Randall draws the double. McDaniels fires! Knocks down the trifecta.
This is where McDaniels has put in a lot of work, catching and shooting with confidence.
Outside Vassell. Conley against Fox. Vassell! Oh, the man's an artist. What a throwdown by Victor.
When you can get to the rim as easy as Wemby can, you might as well add a little extra something to it.
What a sensational move captured from the Connected Cam, sponsored by AT&T. About 2 minutes into OT now. It's been a good one. Randall outside. Picked by Gobert. Oh, he beats him with the reverse. Nice.
Terrific body control by Randall. And one machine.
Mind the lanes. Mind the lanes. One shot.
And Randall, no good on that one. The Spurs have gotten 2 of 4 attempts to go in OT. Fox outside. Gobert against Wembanyama. 5 to shoot. Pulls it from 20. It's off. Minnesota in the lead. It's McDaniels on the wing. He's guarded by Vassell. Here's Gobert. McDaniels outside. Now Randall. Outside Conley. Jacks up a 3. Oh, it misses.
You kind of wonder where his head's at. The shot selection hasn't been there. And, of course, that one was just crazy.
Now Wembanyama. Oh, too much length from Wemby.
No fear in this young man. We're already getting a sense of Wembanyama's killer instinct.
Edwards against Castle. Outside Conley. Randall outside. Fires the 3. Wembanyama there for the rebound. The Spurs have gone 3 for 6 from the floor here in OT. Fox. And stolen by Edwards. Shot from 12. Wembanyama rips down the board. San Antonio has gone 0 for 2 from deep. Not what they need this overtime. And here's Minnesota now. Up top, Randall. He's covered by Fox. Stolen by Castle. Here's Fox. from downtown. The three ball is down.
Oh, in pressure moments, he's a guy you trust to make big shots.
And Chris Finch has called timeout. There is a lot on the line, and he is determined to make sure everyone's on the same page. Edwards, he's off from three. And now they decide to foul intentionally. And they go to the intentional foul. Oh, the first of two, no good. A heartbreaker. And he ends up making the second. And that puts him up 5. Timeout called, the Timberwolves. 23 seconds left in OT. What do you think is going to be their best move at this point?
And they're going to have to work fast coming out of the timeout.
Yeah, they're going to draw up a play here, I think, to get a shot right off of the inbounds pass and not waste too much time at all.
Here's McDaniels. And here's Edwards. Randall outside. Can't hit it.
It seems like every miss ends up in his hands. He's been unreal.
Tell you what, those are crazy numbers, guys. I mean, believe me, I was a good rebounder in my day. It is not easy to corral that many boards in one night.
So he goes 2 for 2 at the line, and it's a 7-point game.
They've been a different squad here in overtime. I'm just not seeing the same energy level.
And so it's San Antonio with the W. Things looked a little uneven for them down the stretch, but